Have you ever felt a subtle shift in your relationship? A quiet unease that makes you wonder if something is just a little off? You can identify potential dishonesty in a spouse by observing consistent shifts in behavior, communication patterns, and emotional responsiveness. It is not about a single isolated event, but rather a pattern of inconsistencies that suggest a deeper issue. Look for a combination of verbal cues, nonverbal signals, and changes in their routine or accessibility. The root of deceptive behaviors often lies in a desire to avoid conflict, protect oneself from perceived negative consequences, or to maintain an image. When someone is being dishonest, their brain works harder to construct and maintain a false narrative. This increased cognitive load can manifest as noticeable physiological and psychological changes. They might struggle to recall details of their fabricated story, leading to inconsistencies, or they might exhibit heightened stress responses, even if subtle, because their mind is focused on concealing the truth rather than openly sharing it. To practically identify these shifts, begin by noticing changes in communication. Does your spouse become vague when discussing certain topics, or do they offer excessive, unsolicited details that feel out of place? Observe their body language. Signs such as avoiding eye contact, increased fidgeting, or crossing their arms can sometimes indicate discomfort or defensiveness. Pay attention to sudden alterations in their daily routines, like unexplained absences, secretive phone use, or new passwords. If they become overly defensive or lash out when asked simple, non-accusatory questions, that can also be a red flag. Remember, these are indicators, not definitive proof, and should be considered within the context of your overall relationship. A less obvious but powerful sign of potential dishonesty is what some refer to as gaslighting, which is a subtle form of manipulation where someone makes you doubt your own memory, perception, or sanity. For example, if you recall an event clearly and your spouse insists it happened completely differently, making you question your own mind, this can be a tactic used to cover up a truth. Recognizing this pattern is crucial because it erodes your self-trust and makes it harder to address the underlying dishonesty directly. Building a strong foundation of open, honest communication is like having a trust bank. Every act of transparency adds to it, and every act of dishonesty draws from it. Ultimately, identifying dishonesty in a spouse is less about catching them in a lie and more about recognizing a disruption in the established pattern of trust and openness in your relationship. These behavioral and communicative shifts serve as important signals that something needs attention, creating an opportunity for you to gently and openly address concerns, encouraging transparency, and working together to restore the emotional safety and integrity of your shared bond.